The first chapter I have in my book is called Stand Up Straight with Your Shoulders Back. And the first chapter I have in my book is called Stand Up Straight with Your Shoulders Back. And it's an injunction to be combative, not least to further your career, let's say, but also to adopt a stance of ready engagement with the world and to reflect that in your posture. I kind of have an affinity for lobsters. When a lobster loses a fight, he kind of crunches down, so he looks smaller. When he wins a fight, he stretches out, looks bigger. And so he's signaling to other lobsters the tally of his victory. So you think, well, so what? The lobster runs on serotonin, neurochemical. And if the lobster loses, the serotonin levels go down. And if he wins, the serotonin levels go up. And when the serotonin levels go up, he stretches out. And he's a confident lobster. And one of the consequences of that is if a lobster loses a battle and you give him the equivalent of antidepressant, then he stretches out and he'll go fight again. Stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Stand up straight, 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 stand up straight with your shoulders back. So antidepressants work on lobsters. And you think, well, who cares? It's like, no, you don't get it. We diverged from lobsters from an evolutionary perspective 350 million years ago, and it's the same circuit. It's absolutely unbelievable. And that shows you how deep inside you, how basic, how primordial that circuit is in you. It's sizing other people up and looking at where they fit in the hierarchy. The idea of the hierarchy is at least 350 million years old. And so I read that and I think, well, so much for the idea that human hierarchies are a sociocultural construct. It's like, no, that's wrong. It's not just a little bit wrong, it's unbelievably wrong. It's mind-bogglingly wrong. Lobsters have hierarchies. That's 1/3 of a billion years ago. Okay, that's not a social construction. It's part of being itself. And if you only see a hierarchy as power and tyranny, then you're looking at the world wrong. Stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight
with your shoulders back. Stand up straight,
stand up straight, stand up straight
with your shoulders back.
Stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight
with your shoulders back.
Stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight with your shoulders back.
Amazing!
So this basically says, I'm open to the world. But what it also says is I can handle being open to the world. So it signifies confidence and confidence. The deepest Christian idea is that you should accept the vulnerability of being. That's the acceptance of the crucifixion. You're at the X where all the suffering takes place. You gonna whine about that? No, and get resentful and bitter about it? Or are you gonna say, bring it on? Bring it on. You can handle it, no matter what it is. And the idea is that if you can do that, you will transcend the tragedy. And it's like, well, could that be true? Well, you admire the courageous, so well, how courageous can you get? That's the question. How courageous can you get? Well, you practice.
Yeah.
Stand up straight, stand up straight,
With your shoulders back.
stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight,
With your shoulders back.
stand up straight, stand up straight, stand up straight,
With your shoulders back.
stand up straight, stand up straight. You want to present yourself to the world in a manner that doesn't disgrace you in some sense. You don't want to disgrace yourself because the consequence of disgrace is emotional dysregulation. More pain, less positive emotion. And so the best way to present yourself is to stand up forthrightly and to stretch out, and to occupy some space. If you straighten up and you present yourself in that manner, then other people are more likely to take you seriously. And that means they'll start treating you as if you're a number 1 lobster instead of a number 10 lobster, because one of the general rules of thumb about how to be successful is to confront things that frighten you forthrightly and with courage. And that's kind of a universal strategy for success. And so that's what the first chapter is about.
What up, baby? Welcome to the Meaning Stream. It's the Meaning Stream number 176. Get after it. Meaningwave motivation special. Because who needs motivation when you got meaning, baby? Particularly when you got meaning. twice a day, every day, ever since Tom Hanks came to town. We will be going in tonight with a special Meaningwave Motivation Special. If you happen to be anywhere or a gym, this should be useful. Or if you just need that get after it vibe in your life, this should be useful. Shouts out to everybody locked in. How y'all doing? What up, YouTube hero Alex? What up, Mike Bears? What up, Pizio Cat? What up, Rick Adelc? What up, Chris? Man like Chris sitting in the carport canning peaches. Sounds like a country song. Really good country song. We got Food Killer. We got many righteous individuals in the house tonight. Shouts out to all the righteous individuals in the house tonight. Milkman Dan says, he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. That's real, baby. Make some noise for yourselves in the chat. Rules are thus. When I say make some noise, you drop wave emojis. Make some noise! See, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And we're about to go in. We're just going to go straight in with the force of 10,000 suns. I want to know where everyone's coming from tonight. Where is your carcass tonight? Your soul is here in the digital temple of the MAZ, but where's the rest of you at? You let me know. I need to get a feel for the vibe. I need to get a feel for the locational vibe.
I don't know about that. Some of them maybe, but I think some of them just don't have discipline. There's also an issue with momentum. You're not used to doing it. It's not a part of your life. It's not something that you're accustomed to pushing yourself. There's been many days where I didn't want to work out. I just didn't feel like I had the energy, and I just forced myself. And I think there's very few people out there that know how to force themselves. That's a learned skill. You have to have like real rigid requirements of yourself where you don't allow yourself to back out of things. Akira. Let's go. Do something. 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 Excuses are a giant part of the problem. It's not simply a physical health issue. There's also mental aspects of it, and discipline's a big one. I just know way too many people who are weak mentally. I can't just chalk it off to only the way they physically feel. Because I felt like shit 100 times, and then I worked out, and then I felt way better. It's just a fact of life. That's real. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. People don't know how to do something. And if you're used to doing it, get in your car, sit down, drive to the office, sit down, go to lunch, sit down, go to the board meeting,
sit down,
take your car,
sit down,
at home,
sit down,
then go to the gym. Fuck off. It's one thing if someone has a legit physical issue, but there's a lot of people who do not. They just have poor diet choices, they have the sedentary lifestyle, and they have the momentum of this sedentary lifestyle that's holding them back. They're accustomed to being lazy. You don't have to do a lot, you just have to do something. You walk up hills, you jump a little rope, you take a little tiny kettlebell, you do a couple cleans and presses, you do a few push-ups, you do a few sit-ups, you get your blood pumping, you're moving, you're alive. To say you don't have enough energy to exercise, that is crazy to say. Can you walk to the fucking refrigerator? Yes. Well, you can exercise. Do something. 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 Yeah. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just walk around the block. There's 80-year-old ladies who
say make some noise.
And they're in there. They're going after it. They can easily say,
Make some noise.
but they don't. It's a mental attitude. They make a decision. It's not to kill yourself. You don't have to go to a CrossFit class and try to do the workout of the day. You don't have to go nuts. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But you have to do something. Just get your blood moving. Your body has requirements. It wants to move. It wants to move. Then when it does, you feel better. But people like to give themselves this excuse. I do not have the energy to do this. Whatever. If you decide that, that's true. But if you watch a motivational video, there's 100 of them on YouTube. Thousands of them. You go watch one, you get fired up, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna jump some rope. You jump some rope, do something, do some push-ups, do something, you feel better.
Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. Do something.
We have fucked up lifestyles. The human body is not designed to sit down all day. And it's certainly not designed to be stuck in traffic and be in an office and just be in front of a fucking computer monitor watching your soul get sucked through the LCD screen. It's crazy. We gotta be real careful. Just the way we describe things. It's like to say, oh, I don't have the energy to do something. Stop.
When I say make some noise, you better make some noise. Make some noise. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoa! Akira the Don and Joseph Rogan. Joseph! From the album Experience. Out now on all platforms. Go get that experience, baby. Go get it at your local Experience network streaming apparatus. You can go to Spotify, you can go to Bandcamp, you can go to Apple Music, baby. You can go any of those places. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You got to keep that momentum. That's right, high weeds. That's correct. Let me see what's going on. Let's see where everyone's at. What's up? Milton Dan says, let's go. Maz Tex. Michael Keefe says, time to stretch out. Joshua Tran says, notifications are working. Hey, that's good. Andrew Pullman says, sometimes I replace my lowercase L with capital. I do it for fun because no one can tell. But I've stopped doing it because it's dishonest. What up, Mad Mean Rabbit? Says, yo, today sucked. And I still made improvements. Look at Akira making positive changes all over the place. Good to see you, Maz Tex. That's the attitude, baby. That is the attitude. This is the meaning stream. We get after it. Amanda Sliceni says, epiphanies push me to get after it more than motivation. And all we deal with here is epiphanies. Epiphanies in musical form, baby. Each and every one. Each and every one an epiphany, a symphony of epiphany every time. What up, Brian Pivar? What up, Andrew Palmer? What up, Miss Superconductor? We got Phased in the house. Shouts out to the main man, Phased. Activate. Genius levels, go. We got John Hansen in the house. Says, I have not been able to eat lobsters since I heard one scream. You're an emphatic human. Shouts out to you. Iweed says, righteousness is contagious and that's why you're here. That's right. We got Arrow in the house. Says, Scotland says, hello. What's up, Scotland? I was watching Stuart Braithwaite from Mogwai earlier. He was talking about some stuff. God bless him. We got Rick Adelcy in Manchester, baby. We got High Weeds in Minnesota. Hey, Manchester, I was watching Ian Brown talk about stuff earlier. I got on the musical UK tour this afternoon while I was going through samples. It was very nice. We've got Minnesota. It's cold, 40 degrees. Very nice. Hogwarts, Chicago. Nice, nice, nice. Cindy Bailey's in Waveland. Andrew Pullman's in Queensland, Australia. Second largest market, says Lee. What, Australia? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is. I mean, for a moment there on Friday, it was number one. More people streamed the new Richard Feynman single in Australia than anywhere else for the first few hours. But they didn't have it there first. Joshua Tran calling in from Seattle, caffeinated and motivated. Robert Eastley's coming to MAZ from St. Louis. Full Killer, South Carolina. Joshua Tran, what's up, Brandon Schill? DMV! You in the DMV? God help you. God help you. If you ever want to know why like the government being allowed to do anything is a bad idea, go to the DMV. If you give the government exclusive access to being able to deal with things, you get the DMV. I went to the DMV, I came out a libertarian. My goodness. What up, Dan Frank? What up, Chris Allen? What up, Brendan Braithwaite, Walking Mopo, Jason Hernandez, and McAllen, Texas. Shouts out to my Texas brethren. Gustavo Gomez, Los Angeles, aka Akira Town. Oh my God, sending you all my love and commiserations. Your crazy governor guy is making you turn off the electric at 3 p.m. now. Is that right? What the heck is this? Is this Calcutta? What the heck? Oh my goodness. You should all go down his house and check if he's got his PlayStation running. I bet he does. What up, Michael King, chilling in the Ambruli home, Edmonton, Alberta. Hey, Alberta, Canada, land of the gods. Headed back to the mountains on Wednesday. That's epic, baby. Nice to see you all here. We got mad people here. We got Cindy Bailey in Smoky, California, praying for those in the Mammoth Falls, surrounded by 360 degrees by fire. Yo, we pray for them too. We got Melinda K in Copper Mountain, Colorado. Shouts out to Colorado. Oh my goodness. All right, yo. Melinda K says super smoky here too. Maybe snow tomorrow. Wow, it's just epic. What an epic world this is we dwell in. You know, and what an epic community this is. You know, I think we need to get that international high five cracking. You know why. You know how, you know why it binds us together across space and time. Space, also time, harnesses those energies. You can tell we're all pretty powerful tonight. Can you feel the vibe? Can you feel the power levels? On 109. 3, 2, 1. Oof. Oof. Get that good feeling, baby. It feels like it works.
It's this fear of discomfort. People have this extreme feeling in their mind when it comes to their associations with exercise. They want to avoid discomfort. They feel like any type of exercise is just like something to be avoided. That's not for me. Fuck that. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to strain. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to strain. And a lot of times this association...
Yeah, where are your kettlebells at?
Beginnings of getting in shape. It's not about once you're actually fit. Because once you're actually fit and you look forward to it, it feels great. If I can't get a workout in, I look at my schedule and go, oh shit, I don't make time for a workout, which means I'm not going to get that good feeling, get that good feeling. And so instead of looking at it like, oh, I've got to go grunt and sweat, I'm thinking I'm not going to feel good, I'm not going to feel relaxed, I'm not going to feel carefree, even appreciative, like my appreciation of things, and it gets enhanced greatly after exercise. I just feel better. I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, 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 I wanna sweat, I wanna strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling.
What?
It feels great. Oh! People, their associations are to avoid anything that's uncomfortable. It's so illogical. Discomfort is your friend. It really is. Discomfort, not being happy and content with certain situations in life. They're massive, massive motivators. They're amazing at facilitating change. Yet our instinct is to avoid those and just sit on the couch and watch some fucking reality show. It's so bizarre. When I get really disciplined and really consistent with my workouts, I almost feel momentum. I feel like there's push behind me, like, all right, yeah, now I'm doing it. I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, 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 I wanna sweat, I wanna strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. Yeah, now I'm doing it. Yeah, now I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm doing it all the time now. I'm looking forward to the next time, and it makes that resistance much weaker, and it makes my motivation and my discipline much stronger. I think a lot of it is based on just the consistency. Blowing something off is not just bad for you physically, it's also bad mentally, because then that option is now available. The option to fuck off. You did it before, and you're probably going to do it again, and you'll get mediocre results, not just in that aspect of your life, maybe in all aspects of your life. That option to fuck off, when you embrace it, that is a pathway that you might choose when it comes to dealing with conflict in your personal life, business decisions, career decisions, like an uncomfortable decision that you might be faced with, what your pathway is in life, but you don't do it, instead you fuck off. And that inclination to fuck off that gathers momentum as well. The inclination to be disciplined, that comes with momentum. I think both things. You take a path. I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, I wanna sweat, I wanna strain.
Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling.
I wanna sweat, I wanna strain, 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 I wanna sweat, I wanna strain.
Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling.
It feels great.
When I say make some, you say drop them wave emojis right now.
It feels great.
Make some noise. Whoa.
You take a path, or the path of the fuck off. Your body is like a race car that you can juice up yourself. Like you can add the fat tire, you can add improved suspension, you can beef up the horsepower in the engine. You can do all that yourself. Or you could just choose to have this shitty body. No one's under the illusion that you're gonna live forever, but you are enhancing the experience that you're currently involved in right now. You are alive, you do experience this life, but do you experience this life optimally? Is it as enjoyable as it can be? And we all know that there's a spectrum for that enjoyability. We've all had times in our life where it's not been so great, and then times in our life everything came together like, what a fucking great day,
Woo! Great day! Woo! Great day! Woo! Great day! Woo!
Make more of those.
Make more of those. Make more of those. You can make more of those.
And then the whole thing's better. And then the whole thing's better. And I think when that whole thing is better, it affects everybody you touch, everybody that's around you, everybody you come in contact with. That in turn, I mean, it sounds so grandiose, but in turn can affect the entire race of human beings.
All day. Woo! Ba 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 ba. Yeah, that's what's up, baby. Make some noise. Shouts out to the new patron, Rick Adelcy. Just joined the Patreon. I know one of my robot servants just told me right now. Shouts out to you. What up, Brendan Shell says DC, Maryland, Virginia equals DMV just as bad. DMV is all bad. All DMVs are bad. They're bad because the people who run them don't have any competition or any reason or motivation to do anything other than suck. Yo! Make some noise for yourselves, baby. Whoop! It's that Get After It special on the Meaning Stream.
Everybody's got these stupid barriers they put in their own head. You gotta resist those goddamn things because they don't do you any good, and they certainly define the potential for your future in a negative way. It's not self-serving, and it's not even real. But this idea that there's no way to get past the starting block today is just ludicrous. It's crazy. And it's just this poor thinking. And people that are trapped in bad situations, one of the problems is you feel like this is your future. You feel like you're fucked. You can't get out of that. There's no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no rainbow. And if you feel like that, that alone can be incredibly defining and limiting. But if you look at yourself objectively and say, I kind of am fucked here. I'm in credit card debt, working in a shitty job, I don't like what I'm doing, but I have some ideas. I need to feed those fucking ideas. I need to feed them and water them. I need to set aside a certain amount of time every day to just try to make those things happen. Every day. To just try to make those things happen. Every day. To just try to make those things happen. Every day. You can do that.
Yo!
Do shit that's difficult. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. Every day. You can do that. Do shit that's difficult. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle.
MAC!
Look at someone who's doing really well, like very famous and successful. All you see is him now, flying around private jets, wearing a new pair of sneakers every day, driving around in Bentleys. You just see that. You don't see him being a young kid in Philadelphia going to open mic nights. There's a progression that you're not witness to. You don't see it. And that takes place in everything. It takes place in the office, in comedians and musicians. the starting point, and with time and focus, and as long as you reevaluate and reassess and constantly objectively look at what you're doing and then pursue it with passion and focus, you get better at things. There's always going to be people that are luckier than you.
Make some noise!
Some of it is luck and some of it is courage. Some of it is putting your ass out there. Some of it is trying things. One of the things that I always like to tell people that I think you should do is do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle.
Whoa.
Do shit that's difficult. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. Every day. You can do that. Do shit that's difficult. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle.
Yeah! Make some noise, baby! Flood that chat right now. All them Rogan emojis in the chat right now. All them wave emojis in the chat right now. Make some noise for that sub bass. Can you hear it? It's going boom, boom, boom. That was difficult.
Failure teaches you things you don't learn from success. I think failure gives you an opportunity for self-examination. It also gives you a feeling that is very uncomfortable. And that very uncomfortable feeling helps you grow. And don't look at these failures as proof that you suck. Look at them as opportunities for growth. And don't look at these failures as proof that you suck. Look at them as opportunities to be motivated to do better.
And smash that like.
Do shit that's difficult. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. Every day. You can do that. Do shit that's difficult. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle. Do shit that's difficult.
Yeah!
Every day. Do shit that's
What'd you do today was difficult?
You can do that.
Let me know something you did today that was difficult.
Every day.
I gotta tell you, it was difficult to get up today.
Very important to struggle.
But I did it. Got up and DJ'd. Got up and did the Meaningwave morning show. It was difficult and I did it. I also allowed my wife to put a face mask on me. That was difficult because it stung.
Know yourself without struggle. You don't get to know your boundaries unless you push them. You don't get to perform really unless you're tested.
Yeah, make some noise for yourselves.
What separates me from a lot of people is they go into a daunting task, and the task is overwhelming.
Right.
Akira. And I heard the pull-up record was 4,020 pull-ups, and I was talking about breaking this record. People are like, oh my God. I went right to a pen and paper. What are you doing? I'm doing the math, man. I'm doing the math, man.
Yeah, I'm doing the math. There's a bunch of you in here who've not yet smashed that like.
I'm doing the math, man.
What you playing at, fool?
Well, it's the fact that, okay, if I do 5 pull-ups in a minute for so many hours, I can get so many pull-ups in. How much time do I have to rest? Woo! I was breaking the math down. You have to be open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this.
Yeah!
Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen.
What up, Miss Superconductor?
So that's why my eyes and my body light up about it. Because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up.
Yeah!
The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of him. 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 The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of him. That's what I realized. I was never breaking the soul of anything in front of me. So that's why I came with a thing called Taking Souls. I started to devise ways to break a soul of a human being, of an object, of whatever's in front of me. If you keep on attacking something, nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. Nothing. That's when a lot of stuff started clicking, man. I started watching those instructors on the side. They've been there, done that. Now they're instructing you. They have their parkas on, it's usually cold, coffee, drinking their coffee, and they're beating the crap out of us. And when I started realizing, I started playing mind games, and I was like, you know what? I bet these fuckers are looking at us, judging themselves about when they were going through hell week. About looking at Goggins right now, I was better than him. I was better than that guy, I was better than that fucker over there. And I was like, okay. So what I started doing was I got my boat crew. It's Wednesday and everybody's broken, everybody's beat up, man, and everybody's like just kind of just trying to get through hell with now, and they tell you how you're supposed to feel. So you are feeling that way. I was like, don't let these motherfuckers tell you how you're supposed to feel. No, it's day one, motherfucker. So I was getting my boat crew all jacked up. I said, we're gonna take these motherfuckers' souls. So they had us doing this simple thing that guys are struggling with. Boat crew 2 is just lost in the fucking boat and you're yelling, yeah, you can't fucking hurt us. You can't hurt boat crew 2. And I looked on the instructors' faces and it looked like someone had just fucked with their soul. And I looked at my guys on the boat crew and I said, hey, guess what? Those motherfuckers aren't fucking tonight. Cause we own space in their fucking head. We own space. They're gonna think about us tonight. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up.
Whoa!
The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of him. 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 The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of him.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Make some noise for David Goggins right there. You can't break Mass Crew 2 or Mass Crew 1. Neither. That's facts, baby. That's just straight up facts. Operation Get After It is in full effect. We getting after it. Whatever it is, you can define that however you want. But I would just suggest you get after it.
Everybody's different. Everybody's similar, but everybody's different. And your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys, get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? Stayed up. And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like, I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it.
You gotta realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is.
It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel. The fuel people kicking ass. People that are out there just fucking hustling. Always getting things done. Always getting things done.
Fucker!
My friend Jocko, every morning I'll check his Instagram page, 4:30, shows a picture of his watch. Get out.
What?
Yeah. He's out there working out at 4:30 in the morning. Does it every fucking morning.
Why?
Because
he just wants to.
That's how you do it. You go and get after it. You don't make any excuses.
Yeah.
And those kind of guys are fuel. But those I can't catch a break guys, they're the opposite of fuel. They're just pissing on your fire. They're no fun.
They're no fun.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Ay. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me.
Ow,
The people that surround them are all idiots.
Okay.
Because only idiots want to be around I can't catch a break guy. Only the dummies stick around. After a while, even if they're your good friend, you gotta be like, bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop those I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something. Something. Fucking something. But this I can't catch a break shit is not helping anybody. And it pushes everybody away from you. Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. 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 Yeah, dick. Get them the fuck away from me.
Whoa! Make some noise for Joseph Rogan and Akira the Don.
They'll prevent other people around them.
What happened there?
They think their job
What?
is to shoot holes in things.
What? That was crazy. That's crazy. Yo, am I in a dream?
To create things, you have to be.
I must be in a dream. That's nuts. Alright, well, shouts out to my whole computer going crazy right there. You know, weird stuff is going on right now. I just commented on this stream from this computer, which is logged in as my second Akira the Don, my old account, I think it was, or something. And YouTube Hero Alex blocked me. I got blocked by my own admin system. That's pretty crazy. And, oh, I see what's happening now. Yeah, my whole shit has gone crazy. Okay. Anyway, make some noise for yourselves. Sometimes computers do weird shit, and what do? You get after it regardless, that's what you do. What up, Michael Keefe says, I may not stay on my feet, but I always get back up. That's right, baby. Exactly the same. Why do we fall down, Master Bruce?
Don't partner with cynics and pessimists. Their beliefs are self-fulfilling.
Essentially, to create things, you have to be a rational optimist. Rational in the sense that you have to see the world for what it really is, and yet you have to be optimistic about your own capabilities and your capability to get things done. We all know people who are consistently pessimistic, who will shoot down everything. Everyone in their life has like the helpful, critical guy, right? He thinks he's being helpful, but he's actually being critical, and he's a downer on everything. That person will not only never do anything great in their lives, they'll prevent other people around them from doing something great. They think their job is to shoot holes in things. And it's okay to shoot holes in things as long as you come with a solution. They go to the classic like military line, either lead, follow, or get out of the way. These people want a fourth option, but they don't want to lead, they don't want to follow, but they don't want to get out of the way. They want to tell you why the thing's not going to work. And all the really successful people I know have a very strong action bias. They just do things. The easiest way to figure out if something's viable or not is by doing it. So if you want to be successful in life, creating wealth or having good relationships or even being happy, you need to have an action bias towards getting what you want. And you have to be optimistic about it. You've got one life on this planet. Why not try to build something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try to do something big? This is the beauty of Elon Musk and why I think he inspires so many people. It's just that he takes on really, really big, audacious tasks, and he provides an example for people to think big. Think big. And it takes a lot of work to build even small things. I don't think the corner grocery store owner is working any less hard than Elon Musk or pouring any less sweat and toil into it. Maybe even more. But for whatever reason, education, circumstance, they didn't get the chance to think as big, so the outcome's not as big. So it's just better to think big, obviously rationally within your means to stay optimistic. The cynics and the pessimists, what they're really saying, they're basically saying, I've given up, I don't think I can do anything. And so the world to me just looks like a world where nobody can do anything. And so why should you go do something? Because if you fail, then I'm right, which is great. But if you succeed, then you just make me look bad. You got one life on this planet. Why not try to do something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try
This is the beauty of.
Elon
I'd
Musk.
rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right.
Whoa, whoa!
Pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right.
Drag
A
on!
rational frame on why you should.
Drag on!
Historically, if you go back 2,000 years,
Make some noise for Elon Musk!
two people are wandering through the jungle. They hear a tiger. One's an optimist and says, "Oh, it's not headed our way." The other one says, "I'm a pessimist. I'm out of here." And the pessimist runs and survives, and the optimist gets eaten. So we're descended from pessimists. We're genetically hardwired to be pessimists. But modern society is far, far safer. There are no tigers wandering down the street. It's very unlikely that you will end up in total ruin, although you should avoid total ruin. Much more likely, the upside is unlimited and the downside is limited. Adapting for modern society means overriding your pessimism and taking slightly irrationally optimistic bets because the upside is unlimited. If you start the next SpaceX or Tesla or Uber, you can make billions of dollars of value for society and for yourself and change the world. And if you fail, what's the big deal? You lost a few $1 billion of investor money and they've got plenty more, and that's the bet they take, the chances that you will succeed. It makes sense to be pessimistic in the past. It makes sense to be optimistic today, especially if you're educated and living in a first world country. The one thing you have to avoid is the risk of ruin. Ruin means stay out of jail, so don't do anything that's illegal. Stay out of total catastrophic loss. Stay out of things that can be physically dangerous, hurt your body. You have to watch your health, and stay out of things that can cause you to lose all of your capital, all of your savings. So don't gamble everything at one go. You take rationally optimistic bets with big upside.
Why not try and build something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try and build something big? Yeah. You got one life on this planet. Why not try and build something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try to build something big?
This is the beauty of Elon
I'd
Musk.
rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right.
Whoa!
Be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right.
Yo! What up, baby? How y'all doing? Make some noise in the chat for yourselves. Also for Naval Rabbit Cat.
Rally has learned that the upside is so great that you never look down on the slobby kid who's wearing a hoodie and has like coffee at his shoes and just look like a slob, because you don't know if he's going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or the next Reed Hoffman. So you got to treat everybody with respect. You got to look up to every possibility and opportunity, because the upside is so unlimited and the downside is so limited in the modern world.
Akira.
He's got clout.
As the pressure through, how do you, as an
international speaker,
with all of your attention, how do you cope with all of the pressure in terms of hate and everything that goes on?
Quite easily, from a very basic thing. I know what my intent is, and I'm very grounded in it. And I deploy enormous amounts of empathy to my haters.
I hate it. I hate us.
When somebody leaves a comment that I'm a charlatan or a snake oil salesman, or my daddy gave me the money to build a liquor store and I shouldn't be listened to, I understand why they say that. I know it's not true. It feeds me in a very good way. And so for me, to be very honest with you, it's been very easy, because when your intent is pure, I think about succeeding in one very simple story. There are two ways, my friends, to build the biggest building in town.
Oh, really?
Step number one,
Okay.
just build the biggest building in town.
Just
Build the biggest building in town. Step number one, just build the biggest building in town.
Hey,
build the biggest building in town. Step number 2.
Step number 2, smash that like.
Build a decent sized building and then spend all your time trying to tear everybody else's building around you down so you end up being the biggest building in town. My friend, 95% of people try to do number 2. But when you know you can build the fucking biggest building in town, you do that. You do that. And so because I know what my intent is, I just don't value anybody's opinion about me, including my parents and wife and children, more than I value my opinion about myself. Just build the biggest building in town. Build the biggest building in town. Step number 1. Step number 1. Just build the biggest building in town.
Hey, just
build the biggest building in town. Just build the biggest building in town. Just build the biggest building in town. Step number 1. Step number 1. Just build the biggest building in town. Build the biggest building in town.
Make some noise for Gareth V. Out there in chatland. Smash them wave emojis and smash that like. You in the meaning house.
Discipline definitely does help you with. It helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. A big part of success is just not being fucking lazy and just doing it. 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I'd be a fat fuck. Because there's a lot of days I don't want to do it. I mean, it's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something. There's got to be those days you push through. They're probably going to be more numerous than the days you don't. And so the benefit of discipline in my eyes has always been that through discipline, I get things done. I'm like the most lazy, disciplined person I know because I don't want to do it.
Akira. Let's go.
Through discipline, I get things done.
The bro goes to work.
Through discipline, I get things done.
This is what I do.
I also think that discipline is a pathway to creativity. When you're on the battlefield, is an absolute exercise in creativity. How are we going to attack them? How are we going to disorganize them? How are we going to get in their heads? That's all just massive creativity. And when I look at people that are artists, I would imagine the more disciplined you are, you gotta write stuff down, you gotta read, you gotta increase your vocabulary so that you're quicker and sharper, so that when people are saying things, you have more words to battle back at them. All those things, all that freedom that you get on stage comes from the discipline. You study, you learn, you read, you write, you talk, you go through things. Is that an accurate statement?
Absolutely accurate.
Through discipline, I get things done. The bro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do. Through discipline, I get things done. The bro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do.
MAZ, make some noise. Joseph Rogan and Jocko Willink. Joseph Rogan and Jocko Willink.
Does complacency come with age, and do I have the urge to back off?
Fight!
Negative.
Yeah.
Negative. Back off? Not happening. I hear that I'm over 40 and I'm pushing 50. Whatever. Bring it. Back off? Negative. Not happening. In fact, I'm stepping it up.
with everything you got. Everything you got, everything you got, everything you got, everything you got, every fight. Fight that ticking clock with everything you got.
You young guns out there, 18 years old, 20 years old, 24 years old. Life goes by, and it goes by quick. Don't waste the years, don't waste them, live them. I know that you don't think you're gonna live me 30, much less 40, but you are and you will. And the earlier you get in the game and get on track, the better life you're gonna have. Healthier, wealthier, stronger, smarter, better. Better. And if you're an old man like me, and you haven't got on track yet, get on track. Get on it now.
Fight! Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. Fight! Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. 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 Fight! Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. Yeah, shouts out to everybody locked in. Shouts out to everybody locked in. This is that Meaningwave Get After It special. Shouts out to everyone supporting. Thank you, Michael Keith. Thank you, being super conductive. Thank you, Brandon Shea. I speak from suffering. I speak from suffering. And that's facts. Make some noise!
Because I'm gonna say the exact opposite of what today's world is saying. So we read a bunch of books nowadays. As humans, we want to find out how to be someone else. What we don't do is we don't go inside. So literally turn yourself inside out. Like we're writing a book every day of our lives, but we never read that book. You have to look inside of yourself to see what you really want. What are you passionate about? We use these words and these little phrases of only the strong survive and all that other crap. They're all just fucking words. I get so tired of hearing people just talking. Like right now, someone may think Dawkins is just talking. You don't know me. So when I speak from passion. I speak from experience.
I speak from suffering.
I speak from suffering. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer. To grow. To grow, you must suffer. I speak from suffering. Some people get it, and some people won't.
Some people get it, and some people don't.
But they have to see what their journey is to start their journey.
Some people won't.
Several people live to be 100 years old, and they have great lives. And they have great kids, and kids go to college and all sorts of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. They can go left or right on this path.
Left and right on this path.
A lot of people take the easy route. And they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to the right side. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it, but a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. So you gotta start your journey. It may suck, but it will come out the other side where you're coasting.
He did. MAC make some noise.
I speak from suffering. I suffering. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer. To grow. To grow, you must suffer. I speak from suffering. I believe that most human beings are only living at about 40% of their capability. The mind has a governor, like a car. If you're driving a car and the car has a governor on it, the car may say 130 miles an hour, but the governor's set for 91. Once that governor sets in, you get to 91, that car starts doing this. The car wants to go. The car wants to go, but that fucking factory said, we're not going past 91. We have a factory, a nice governor in our brain, and it's a survival mechanism. It protects us from
pain and suffering.
The second we feel that shit, our mind says, oh no, this isn't fun. We should back off. We should sit down, find something more comfortable. And there's something about the mind. The mind has the tactical advantage over you at all times. At all times of your life, the mind has a tactical advantage over you. Why is that? It knows what you're afraid of. It knows your insecurities. It knows your deep, dark life. And it starts to push you away from that shit. It pushes you in a direction that is comfortable. The mind controls everything. The mind controls everything. The mind controls everything. So what I realized was that when I was growing up and I was 300 pounds and I got all fat and I got all insecure.
How do I deal with setbacks, failures, delays, defeat, or other disasters?
I actually have a fairly simple way of dealing with these situations. It is actually one word to deal with all those situations. And that is good. And this is actually something that one of my guys that worked for me pointed out to me. He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. One day he was telling me about some issue that he was having. He said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good.
You can say good. You can say good. You can say good. 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 You can say good. You can say good. You can say good. 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 Good.
That's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say, good. Good. And I said, well, yeah. And I mean it. And that is how I feel. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. We can keep it simple. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Didn't get funded? Good. We own more of the company. Didn't get the job you wanted? Good. You can get more experience and build a better resume.
You're gonna say good.
You're gonna say good.
You can say good. You can say good. 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 You can say good. You can say good. You can say good. 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 Good.
Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Good.
Good. It's better to tap in training than to tap out on the street. Got beat? Good. You learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. And that's it. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out, don't get startled, don't get frustrated. No. You just look at the issue and you say, good.
You're gonna say good.
You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. What? You're gonna say good. Good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good.
You know, you take people and you expose them voluntarily to things that they are avoiding and are afraid of, you know, that they know they need to overcome in order to meet their goals, their self-defined goals. If you can teach people to stand up in the face of the things they're afraid of, they get stronger. And you don't know what the upper limits to that are, because you might ask yourself, like, if for 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, by your own definitions, right, within the value structure that you've created, to the degree that you've done that, what would you be like?
What would you be like? What would you be like if you stopped wasting time? What would you be like? What would you be like? What would you be like if you spoke your mind? What would you be like?
There are remarkable people who come into the world from time to time, and there are people who do find out over decades-long periods what they could be like if they were who they were. If they spoke their being forward. And they get stronger and stronger and stronger, and we don't know the limits to that. We do not know the limits to that. And so you could say, well, in part, perhaps the reason that you're suffering unbearably can be left at your feet, because you're not everything you could be, and you know it. You know it.
And you know it.
Because you're not everything you could be, and you know it.
And you know it. And you know it. What would you be like? What would you be like if you stopped wasting time? What would you be like? What would you be like if you spoke your mind? What would you be like?
And of course, that's a terrible thing to admit, and it's a terrible thing to consider, but there's real...
Yo, smash!
Right? Because if you...
That like!
Perhaps there's another way that you could...
And to fill out that chat, I want to see all them wave emojis right now, baby!
Back to you would be much better than what it reflects back to you now. Imagine that many people did that. We've done a lot as human beings.
Make some noise for that potential.
Things, and I told them already. Today, for example, about 250,000 people will be lifted out of abject poverty. We're lifting people out of poverty collectively at a faster rate that's ever occurred in the history of humankind by a huge margin. So there's inequality developing in many places, and you hear lots of political agitation about that. But overall, the tide is lifting everyone up, and that's a great thing. We have no idea how fast we can multiply that if people got their act together and really aimed at it. If people got their act together and really aimed at it.
What would you be like? What would you be like if you stopped wasting time? What would you be like? What would you be like? What would you be like if you spoke your mind? What would you be like? What would you be like? What would you be like if you stopped wasting time? What would you be like? What would you be like if you spoke your mind? What would you be like?
You once said that if you were growing up in this generation that you would have a field day because you would take their souls. What did you mean by that?
The younger generation quits. Not everybody. So I gotta put it, people get their butt hurt. So not everybody. Most of this generation quits the second they get talked to. It's so easy to be great nowadays. Most people are weak. This is a softened generation. So if you have any mental toughness, any ability, if you have any fraction of self-discipline. The ability to not want to do it, but still do it. And I hate to run. And what makes me so crazy, people go, well, why do you run if you hate it? What are you talking about? I don't want to take showers and eat either. I hate that too. That's life, man. It wasn't until I changed that mentality that I became somebody. I hated going to school, so guess what? I was dumb as shit. 1 + 1 is 2. But if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. 1 + 1 is 2. But if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. On the other side is greatness. 1 + 1 is 2. But if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. On the other side is greatness. Greatness, 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 greatness.
What would you be like? What would you be like? Make some noise with David Goggins. Now stepping back up onto the main stage of the MAZ, we go Dr. Gary V.
You're either on the offense or defense.
Hey.
You're either on the offense or defense. I think a lot of people think they're in the middle. In a transit. You're only on the offense or defense.
Yeah.
I've realized that I've been on the offense my whole life because I never felt entitled to anything. An incredible thing happens when you're born with very little. You know, I was born in the Soviet Union, we come to America, I live in a studio apartment in Queens. My parents bought me 6 toys in my entire life, kind of thing. We took 1 family vacation in my entire life. When I wanted Nintendo, my mom looked me dead in the face and said, good, go buy it. On the flip side, she reinforced things that came natural to me and made them the most important things. While I was getting D's and F's, and every other immigrant parent was making their kids get A's and B's because they thought that's what mattered, my mom was accelerating anytime that I showed compassion, anytime that I showed empathy, anytime that I showed gratitude. You're either on the offense or defense. You're either on the offense or defense. I think a lot of people think they're in the middle. In a transit. You're only on the offense or the defense. I once opened a door, and I remember this for the rest of my life. I was 8. I opened a door for a woman. You would have thought that I won a Nobel Peace Prize. My mom made such a big deal about that. You have to understand what she did. And no matter how bad you have it,
yo, make some noise for Gary V's mom.
Millions, billions have it worse. And so for me, the mindset that I rolled in this whole game is nobody cares. Nobody cares. And not that they don't care, people have compassion, but they can't. Think about how much you can care, even for the people you love the most. It's just a human thing. And more importantly, we have it ridiculously good.
Yeah.
You're either on the offense or defense. You're either on the offense or defense. I think a lot of people think they're in the middle. In a transit. You're only on the offense or defense.
You dick.
This internet thing is the most important invention in the history of the human being. All the things that you worry about of like the man stopping you or something stopping you, all these things that we envision that are the reasons why you haven't been successful, this internet thing is taking away. The internet the internet is the middleman. It's true. You have to understand how ridiculous this thing is. The ability for you to create content, pictures, and written word direct to the eliminates any excuse you come up with. I can literally spend the next month, one by one, systematically going through this big room, and no matter what excuse you come up with, the answer is going to be and. We have to eliminate complaining and dwelling. We have to. And that's what she did for me. She instilled the right positive things, and most of all, she eliminated fucking excuses. She eliminated entitlement. She eliminated fucking excuses. She eliminated entitlement. You're either on the offense or defense. You're either on the offense or defense. I think a lot of people think they're in the middle. It is transit. You're only on the offense or defense. You're either on the offense or defense. That's Akira the Don and Gary V from the album The Gary V LP, also known on some places as The Gary V Show. And that's real shit right there, baby. Offense or defense. Momentum is constant, and it only goes in one direction. You either going that way or you going that way. Ain't no side way. Ain't no subway. Ain't no easy way. It's not an easy way. You may be like, yeah, I'm gonna take the easy way. I'm gonna sit on the couch and eat pizza rolls. What are them stuffed crust pieces? I'm gonna sit on the couch and eat stuffed crust pieces and Sour Patches. Problem is, you can have a hard life, because then you're gonna have to carry your fat ass up the stairs, and that shit is difficult. That shit ain't easy. Going to the hospitals to get lard pumped out of your veins is not easy. That shit is hard, baby. That's a hard life. There's no such thing as easy. It don't exist. Praise Jesus. Closest thing to easy, that's discipline. Because when you got that discipline, you ain't got to think about it. You're like, oh, what am I supposed to do today? Oh, I'm doing this? All right, let's do it then.
If you could have a gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say? And why?
One of my I guess my mantra is a very simple one. Discipline equals freedom.
Discipline equals freedom, 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 equals discipline equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom.
The answer is discipline. More free time? Follow a more disciplined time management system. You want financial freedom? Implement long-term financial discipline in your life. Do you want to be physically free to move how you want? To be free from many health issues caused by poor lifestyle choices? Then you have to have the discipline to eat healthy food and consistently work out. We all want freedom. Discipline is the only way to get it. Discipline equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals discipline equals freedom, 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 equals discipline equals freedom, 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 equals discipline equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom. Discipline starts with waking up early. It really does. But that is just the beginning. It is working out every day. It is eating the right foods to fuel your system correctly. It is disciplining your emotions so you can make good decisions. It is about having the discipline to control your ego so it doesn't get out of hand and control you. It is about treating people the way you would want to be treated. It is about doing the tasks you don't want to do, but you know will help you. Discipline is about facing your fears so you can conquer them. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what is right for you and for others. Discipline equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals discipline equals freedom, 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 equals discipline equals freedom, 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 equals discipline equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom, equals freedom.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna get after it right now, babies. Get after it. O'clock.
Get after it.
You dig.
You gotta get after it.
Shouts out to everybody out there getting after it right now. Make some noise for yourself. Smash that like if you've not yet smashed that like. Get after that like.
On you. If you can trust yourself when all
Rewind. You can't talk over the beginning of Rudyard Kipling.
Akira.
As spoketh by Jocko.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good or talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the
Yeah, that's one of the greatest records of all time. Make some noise for one of the greatest records of all time. That's Jocko Willink reading Rudyard Kipling on some Akira the Don. And if that ain't nice, I don't know what is, baby. Make some noise for yourselves. Welcome to the MAZ. Smash that like on entry. Make noise for yourself. We don't have too many rules. Just those, really. What else? What are the rules? Let me know in the chat. Write down in the chat the rules of the MAZ as you remember them. We need to get these commandments written down on tablets. We need to get one of the homies to go bring them down from a mountain. Like I was saying the other day, people only respect knowledge if you put it in the form of a listicle. If you put that listicle on a tablet, they'll remember that shit for 2,000 years. Woo!
Akira. He start clout.
The opportunity takes place usually when you're young and you don't have any responsibility. That's when you have your options. Well, your options are severely limited the more you gather responsibilities.
Whoa! Like, if I had, as a 51-year-old father of 3, married man, pays taxes, has a house and a mortgage and a business and all that jazz, if I had to quit everything now and struggle the way I struggled as a stand-up comedian, it would never work. The only way I could be this person now is if I took that chance when I was 21, when I was dead broke and had my cars repossessed and all that stuff. That's the only way you ever get where you wanna go. You have to take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. The only way you ever get where you wanna go. You have to take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. The only way you ever get where you wanna go. You have to take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. The only way you ever get where you wanna go. You have to take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. Whoa! And most people want to take the safe path. The safe path leaves you stuck in quiet desperation. Almost every time. It's hell. It's hell. You're selling insurance or some other shit that you care zero about. It's hell. It's hell. It's hell. The only way you ever get where you wanna go, you have to take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. The only way you ever get where you wanna go, you have to take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. The only way you ever get where you wanna go, you're gonna take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous. The only way you ever get where you wanna go, you're gonna take a path that's dangerous. Take a path that's dangerous.
You gotta have discipline. Woo! Most people don't have those things. Most people don't understand what it's like to really.
Yeah, it's the only way you ever, baby. The only way you're gonna get where you want to go.
The only way you ever get where you want to go.
You gotta take a path that's dangerous. How'd your boy Goggins put it? Take the path of most resistance.
You have to take a path that's dangerous.
That's the one. What's everyone saying in the chat? Rules of the MAZ. A-Boss says no lollygagging. Random Shell says be excellent to one another. That's right. Ego Kogan says number 1. Good. Yeah, good's one of them rules, baby.
Really?
Tell the truth or at least don't lie. Sagittarius, that's real.
Not doing that.
Joshua Tran says excellent activities only. Pretty sure I said epic activities only. Epic! Good vibes only. Do difficult shit every day, says Liz Sanday. That's real.
Get after it.
Yo, that's it, buddy. Joshua Tran says embody the sauce. Yo! Embody the sauce. And we'll have Captain Jack on here soon and we'll talk about embodying the sauce. Because that's what you gotta do. Rule number 1, you do talk about the MAZ. You do. You do talk about Meaning Club. Kailash, Rascal, and Echo, I've got the notification again. Oh, it looks like it works. It looks like moving Meaningwave Radio 24/7 off of the main channel to the second channel started opening up those notifications again. They started opening them up, I guess. That's what's going on. Andrew Pillman says rule number 3, be angered not at those that click dislike. Instead, feel sorrow for those who lack the buoyancy to ride the wave. Yo, baby, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. You do know that, right? If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. We had a raid on the Meaningwave radio again the other day. A bunch of haters came by, and that's good. Because you know what that means? That means we popping, baby. That means we getting it popping. So shouts out to the haters. We love the haters. They're like a barometer of popping, you know? And that's dope, because we like to pop. We be popping over y'all.
3 words to give you inspiration for your damn film.
Rule number 3.
3 words.
You're gonna die.
Gonna die. Yeah, that's inspiration. Do something about it.
I don't look at anybody else. I have no fuck you guys are up to, and I shit on myself every day. I critique everything I do. Everything is my fault. Period. End of story. Somebody hits me with a fucking car tomorrow, I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have left the house that early.
Everything is my fault.
You get into that fucking mindset, I promise you shit changes. You need to fucking suffocate your bullshit.
Optimistical radical. Optimistical radical. Optimistical radical. Optimistical radical.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Yeah, that's inspiration.
Optimistical radical. Optimistical radical. Optimistical radical. Optimistical radical. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Yeah, that's inspiration.
Hey. Rule number 237. Follow your own obsession.
Akira. He's got clout.
To the extent that specific knowledge is taught, it's on the job. It's through apprenticeships, and that's why the best careers are the apprenticeship careers, because those are things that society still has not figured out how to train and automate yet. The classic line here is that Warren Buffett went to Benjamin Graham when he got out of school, and Benjamin Graham was the author of The Intelligent Investor and sort of modernized or created value investing as a discipline. And Warren Buffett went to Benjamin Graham and offered to work for him for free. And Graham said, actually, you're overpriced. Free is overpriced. And Graham was absolutely right. When it comes to a very valuable apprenticeship, like the type that Graham was going to give Buffett, has been paying him a lot of money, and that tells you that those are skills worth knowing. Specific knowledge also tends to be technical and creative. So on the bleeding edge of technology, on the bleeding edge of art, on the bleeding edge of communication, even today, for example, there are probably meme lords out there on the internet who can create incredible memes that will spread the idea to millions of people. Incredible memes that will spread the idea to millions of people. Follow your own obsession. Follow your own obsession. Follow your own obsession. Follow your own obsession. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you can realize that, hey, actually, this obsession, I'll keep an eye out for the commercial aspects of it. But I think if you go around trying to build it a little too deliberately, if you become too goal-oriented on the money, then you won't pick the right thing. You won't actually pick the thing that you love to do, so you won't go deep enough into it. But I think it's important that one not start assembling things too deliberately. Because you do want to pick things where you are a natural. Everyone is a natural at something. We're all familiar with that phrase, a natural. Oh, this person's a natural at meeting men or women. This person's a natural socialite. This person's a natural programmer. This person's a natural reader. So, whatever you are a natural at, you want to double down on that. And there are probably multiple things you are natural at, because personalities and humans are very complex. We want to be able to take the things that you are natural at and combine them so that you automatically, just through sheer interest and enjoyment, end up top 25 or top 10 or top 5% at a number of things. natural at.
You wanna double down on that? Yeah, follow your own obsession. Follow your own obsession.
Whatever you are natural at, you want to double down on that. Whatever you are natural at, you want to double down on that. Follow your own obsession. Follow your own obsession. Whatever you are natural at,
you want to double down on that. Alright, follow your own obsession. MAZ! Don't let your memes become dreams. What up, Donna 1804, that's real. Whatever you are natural at, you wanna double down on that. Yeah. Alright. Rule number, I don't know what rule yet. What is divine deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us.
What is divine deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us. What is divine deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us.
Yo, nothing is more pathetic than people who run around in circles, delving into the things that lie beneath, and conducting investigation into the souls of the people around them, when all you have to do is pay attention to the power inside you and worship it sincerely. Keep it becoming muddled with turmoil, becoming aimless and dissatisfied with nature. Just worship it sincerely. Keep it becoming muddled with turmoil, becoming aimless and dissatisfied with nature. Divine and human.
Deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us.
What is divine deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us. Yeah! Amazing! Yo, see all them wave emojis right now for Marcus Aurelius. Better yet, let me see all those Marcus Aurelius faces in the chat right now. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Who's ready for Meditations Volume 2? Huh? Huh? Hey. And I pity too, sometimes for its inability to tell good from bad is terrible. A blindness that's the kind that can't tell white from black. Even if you're gonna live 3,000 more years or 10 times that, remember, you can't lose another life than this one. You can't live another than you're losing. Longest amounts to the same as the shortest. It's present is the same for everyone. It's lost is the same for everyone. And it should be clear that a brief instant is all that is lost. Cause you can't lose either past or the future. How could you lose what you don't have? Remember two things. One, everything has always been the same. 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 Keeps recurring. Ay, ay. Everything has always been the same. Everything has always been the same. Everything has always been the same. Everything has always been the same, and it keeps recurring. What is divine deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us. What is divine deserves our respect because it is good. What is human deserves our affection because it is like us. Ow, ow, ow. Whoa! Hey, everything has always been the same. 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 Everything is the longest lived and those who will die soonest lose the same thing. The present is all they can give up. The present is all they can give up. Since that's all you have, and what you do not have, you cannot lose. Ay, ay, ay. That's all you have, and what you do not have, you cannot lose. That's all you have, and what you do not have, you cannot lose. MAZ makes some noise. Marcus Aurelius Zone makes some noise. 207K stuck sex 5 says MAZ equals Marcus Aurelius zone. That's real. S. Kang says this guy has improved over the summer. If you mean this guy, you mean this guy. Well, good, thank you. I should bloody hope so. Doing this shit 2 times a day, you would hope that you would get a little bit better. Just a little. And a little will do me fine, baby. Incremental improvements, that's all you need. Incremental improvements, baby, just a little bit better every day, and who knows where you could go. Somewhere epic. Like the past. Huh? Woo!
Akira. One scenario for solving our problem is a mass migration into the past. We could literally dump this whole scene and go 100 million years into the past of the planet that's set up there. In a confined zone. We're only 10,000 years deep. It would never show in any fossil record. If we held ourselves to a 10,000 year wide window, that's such a brief period of time and so long ago that we would basically just appear to have disappeared. I think this is a haunted planet, and we are a haunted species. I think this is a haunted planet, and we are a haunted species. Every solid body in the solar system is heavily cratered. I think this is a haunted planet, and we are a haunted species. Some of these craters are planet smashers. There is considerable and ever-increasing evidence that the cosmic neighborhood is fairly unstable. Is it possible that biology is somehow prescient, that biology somehow exists in eternity and knows the fate of the planet, and that what we are is a desperate strategy of escape, and that the planet actually can sense the possibility of a complete life-destroying asteroidal impact? I think this is a haunted planet, and we are a haunted species. I think this is a haunted planet, and we are a haunted species. Every solid body in the solar system is heavily cratered. I think this is a haunted planet, and we are a haunted species.
Make some noise for Terence McKenna right there. That epic Terence McKenna with his beautiful voice and his righteous proclamations. Shouts out to Graham Hancock. Who would like to see some Graham Hancock? Meaningwave. Huh? Dreams come true, baby. Hey.
Akira.
Lit down.
He's got clout.
Yeah.
You know the old question. If a tree crashes in a forest, and there is nobody around to hear it, is there a noise? This question has been discussed in many futile ways. But noise, basically, is a state of affairs that requires an eardrum and an audio nervous system behind the eardrum. When the tree falls, it makes the air vibrate. If there is anywhere around an ear with the appropriate nervous system, there will be a noise. Because noise is a relationship between motion in the air and ears. If there is not any ear around, there won't be any noise, although there will be vibration in the air. And if there is some instrument around, such as a microphone attached to a tape recorder, let's suppose, the sun sends out light into space. Now, the space surrounding the sun will be black darkness, as if there were no light in it, unless a planet happens to float by. When a planet floats by, there will be light. In the darkness. But if there isn't anything to relate to the sun in that way, then comes no light. Now this goes right down to the root and ground of everything. It goes down to the essence of your nerves, your whole being. That it's all an interdependence. There will be noise. There will be a vibration.
What up, buddy?
In the darkness. There will be noise. There will be a vibration. There will be light. In the darkness.
Make some noise for noise, which there will be some of. Hurrah!
The impact I want to have on the world is we are all great. No matter if you think you're dumb, no matter if you think you're fat, no matter if you are fat, no matter if you've been bullied, no matter if you just got back from Iraq or Afghanistan and you have no legs or your arms or whatever, man. We all need greatness. It just, you gotta find the courage. You gotta find the courage to put your Bose headphones on and silence the noise out of this world. And to find it. And to find it because it's out there, but it's gonna take hard work, courage, self-discipline. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills to be great. All the non-cognitive skills to be great. Yeah, it's gonna take hard work, courage, self-discipline. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills to be great. The impact I want to have in the world is for everybody to be able to face who they are. I want to have that kind of impact where you can go on TV. You can put your life on a billboard. You're not ashamed of who the fuck you are. You're not ashamed of what life made you, what you helped life make you. All that bad shit that's now in this big pot that's stirring, you're no longer ashamed of it. You realize we're all fucked up. Stop judging yourself against other fucked up people who have hidden it better than you. That's all they've done. They've masked their shit better than you have, and now they're flipping it back on you and saying you're fucked up. I want you to realize that this world, life, is one big head game. And once you learn to play the motherfucking head game, it's no longer a game anymore at all. Start living your life. But it's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills to be great. It's take all the non-cognitive skills to be great. It's take hard work, courage, self-discipline. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills to be great. To be great. To be great. Smart is good, all this stuff is good, that's all cognitive.
Yep.
It's the non-cognitive skills.
Yep.
That sets you apart from everybody else.
You hear that, Eric Weinstein? Ba 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 da ba.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, make some noise, baby! For all them non-cognitive skills. You gonna need them shits if you gonna be great, and I think you're gonna be great. We need you to be great. I told you this before. We got stuff coming up, baby. We got things to face. We got dragons in the house. And if we're gonna murk them dragons, baby, then we need to be on 109. Not 23, not 12, not 43 and a half. It ain't good enough. 109. That's why you gotta get after it. That's why you gotta get after it. Whoop. That's right. That's right, baby. Shout out to everyone who's looked in. I saw somebody say earlier, hey, this would make a great playlist. Well, it has. It is. It is a great playlist, and it just dropped today. We had the Get After It playlist on Spotify that's now been updated, and that was most of what I played tonight. But there's some more songs as well, and as well as being on Spotify, it's also on Apple Music. It's also on YouTube Music and YouTube. That playlist is, and I just dropped the link in the chat, so you can go follow that playlist on your playlist distributor of choice. Or whatever you think of, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know, so yeah, you can have that whenever you want, baby. You can play that in the gym. You can play that on your tractor. You can play that when you're doing your Dance Dance Go or whatever it's called, you know. Some people who are smart, I've seen some smart people that have been hit me up, they've been hacking Beat Saber. You know, they've been hacking Beat Saber, and that's groovy. I'm down with that. Meanwhile, you know, keep asking for Beat Saber Meaningwave on Twitter because they're listening, they're paying attention. It's been brought up in a meeting over at the headquarters of the people who make that game. You know, so keep making noise on that shit, and it might just happen, baby. It might just happen. You know, I got a feeling, baby. I got a good feeling right now. I got a good feeling. Some magical things are gonna be happening for the MAZ and the whole Meaningwave Autonomous Zone community, you know. Hard work pays off, baby. And you know, we've been working hard, baby. We've been working hard all summer long. Oh yeah. We've just been going in, baby. Ever since Tom Hanks came to town with his filthy ass disease, some people said, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to watch Netflix. Not us. We said we're going to take this opportunity to
get after it.
Yeah, that was it. That's what we said. We said we're going to take this opportunity to
you got to get after it.
Yeah, why, Mr. Joseph Rogan?
You got to get after it.
Oh yeah. So that's what's up, baby. We've been getting after it, you know. On the other side is greatness. On the other side is greatness. MAZ, incrementally awesome, says Milkman Dan. That's right, baby. What up, Ego Cognis says, thanks for what you do, Don. Thanks for giving me good tunes to slam a hard workout to. Baby! Yo, it's my honor. It is my honor to do that. You know, I'm just a humble beat gun around here slanging beats. Bop, bop. Feels like it works, you know. Thank you to everyone who's supporting during that session. Thank you, Michael Keith. Thank you, Miss Superconductor and Brandon Shell. Your support is invaluable, and without your support, this thing does not occur. If you want to support the wave, you can hit one of the links below. You can go make a one-time donation via the one-time donation PayPal link. You can go to Bandcamp, download the music. You can go to meaningwave.com and buy some ill shirts. Go to Spotify and rack up some playlists. Go, you know, all that stuff. But of course, the most important thing you can do is let the homies know that Meaningwave exists. Let the people know that Meaningwave exists. Get your ass down to the local supermarché. You know, get down to the supermarché. Make a scene in aisle 3. You know, make a scene. They'd be like, oh, clean up in aisle 3. And that way you can work out where the person with the megaphone is. Then go over to the person with the megaphone and say, hey, got a really important thing. Can I get the megaphone? And get the megaphone and let them know. Let them know on the supermarché megaphone. Meaningwave exists. Clean up on aisle 3. That's what you gotta do, baby. And I'm gonna get out of here now. I got you know, beats to attend to in my garden. in my garden. And oh my Crittenden, steal the yogurt. No, it's not the yogurt. We want to steal the culture. You got it wrong. Don't go talking to John Vivaki and saying, "Hey, I like that song you did with Akira the Don about stealing yogurt." It wasn't yogurt or yogurt. It was culture. Culture, actually, culture. And speaking of culture, if you want some culture, you can head over to Meaningwave Radio 24/7. It's on the second channel. We moved it because it was messing with our notifications for this broadcast. So you can go over there if you want to. Meaningwave TV has got Meaningwave Radio 24/7 on it. You can go there. And if you like, you can come see us again tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here in the morning, 7 a.m. CT, over on Twitch. And we'll be here in the evening on YouTube. That's where we are now, isn't it? YouTube, 7 CT. Every day. FaZe says, I also finished a new drawing during this stream. Yes! Yes, FaZe! My guy, get after it. Go check out Phased Art. If you've not checked out Phased Art, check out Phased Art. Phased is the king of swing. Phased did the artwork for a lot of the early waves. You know? He a bona fide Meaningwave OG in this piece. Shouts out to all the Meaningwave OGs and the Meaningwave lowercase G's. All the uppercase G's, all the lowercase G's, all the little G's, the big G's, the new G's. All of them G's, baby. All them G's across space and time. Thank you all for being here. You are appreciated and beloved. And let us get together and do a by five to bind our energies together across space and time one more time. And then let us go forth and be mighty. Shall we? Shall we do that? I think we should. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Sweet dreams made of these.